What? One mistake and take all this away. One little up, mess all this up. What's going on, y'all? Welcome in. Let me share out the live to some folks. We gonna have some fun today. Hold on one second. I gotta share it out to Facebook. Give me a second. Good morning. What's going on? J to the mother. Donna, what up, though? I see y'all in the building. What's going on, y'all? You guys missed Thursday, man. Thursday was a good live. We had a good live on Thursday, y'all. We were talking about the false blueprinting of relationships. Do I have my background for this live? Yes, I do. Boom. We in the building. Let's go. I'm a G. Ooh.
Okay, so I just came up here to make an announcement. If you don't know about the Community Fest campaign or whatever that's going on right now, let me turn my camera on real quick. Right above me up here, where it says right there, where he's putting his Community Fest, it'll say Community Fest, and then right after you will see a little pink ticket. That's to vote for the Popularity Community Fest Challenge. If you see it up there, click on the ticket, then click on the other ticket that pops up. And if you would like to vote for King, keep clicking until your tickets run out. And we have 100K like goal for this live today. We've been giving we too many people, but King Ormiga and his guests have been coming up here and giving out good information. Y'all been sticking through the entire live. So you tap the screen like you tap the bean, which is like these, and like these. Okay, if you tap it like this instead of like this, the dikes will go 2 times as fast. 100K is our like goal for 12 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Jamila. Good morning, everybody coming in. Thank you, Mama G. I appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, man. We starting early today. Listen, if you guys missed Thursday's live, I did a very impulsive live. What's up, Positive? Welcome in. I did a very impulsive live about false blueprinting in relationships. And it was good. I'm not going to lie to you. It was different because I did it by myself, right? It was just me. So it was fulfilling because I was able to get everybody's attention the way that I wanted it, so that way I can give the information out that I wanted to give out. It was very cut and clear, no transparent, no fluffy shit, all transparency all the time, right? You know how we do, guys, here. But today's live, y'all see that word up there? Manipulation. We're going to be talking about manipulations, guys. We're going to be talking about the word manipulation. We're going to be talking about the different variations of manipulation. We are going to dive into the ways that we avoid it, the ways, the tactics manipulators use. We're going to dive into it. We're going to dive into it because today I thought we were going to be done of the topic of narcissism and narcissistic behavior and the narcissistic trait, but manipulation is a part of it. So just to let you guys know how the live is going to run today, from 9 to 10:30 is just going to be the coaches giving you guys the knowledge, so that way there's no interruptions for anybody that comes in the box. From 10:30 to 11, we're gonna let people up for Q&As, and I actually have questions this time for people that are coming up, as well as the coaches. And then from 11 to 12, we're gonna open the boxes. I want to hear everybody's experiences. We can dive into it. Absolutely, we'll dive into it. Not a problem. We could definitely touch on it if we have time. If we have time, we could definitely touch on it. So, while we waiting for my other co-host to come, let me ask you guys this question. Can I have you guys rate your mental from 1 to 10? Hit the poll right here up top with that little thing right here. You see right here? You see that blue thing right there to keep the poll right there? Yeah. Make sure you guys hit that. Make sure you guys hit the link in the bio. Make sure you guys definitely grabbing the books. I have my monumental book. I know. Make sure you guys are hitting the link tree, grabbing the monumental book. Make sure you guys hit the link tree to join the Discord. Make sure you guys are hitting the link tree to grab the merch. Just follow me on all social platforms, because we are definitely diving into trying to broaden ourselves, right? We've been on TikTok for 4 years, but we never really broadened ourselves the way that we should have. So everything that's done on here is posted on YouTube. So if you guys are not following me on YouTube at Mind Your Mental or at Mind Your Mental Live, make sure you guys are following me on YouTube and hit your notification bells so that way you get notifications when the videos are posted. So rate everybody, please rate your mental 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Okay, be truthful, be transparent, be as honest as possible. I'm at an 8. Yesterday was a long day. Work was crazy. I had my first one-on-one with my manager and my trainer, and I got some good feedback. Right, I got some really good feedback. Working in the field of healthcare, I have about good 4 or 5 years of experience working in healthcare. So it was good. It was good. It was definitely good feedback. So I'm on a good footing right now. So no, you're okay. You're okay. I'm on a good footing. I was at Meet the Standards when I had that conversation with them, but they said I'm at the point where I'm exceeding. I'm well past exceeding. So I'm in there, right? Room for growth, room for just elevating. So we're elevating. I seen the numbers. I seen some 6. I seen some 5s. I seen some 8s. Precious said, "I'm proud of you. Thank you, Precious Gems. Thank you. If y'all not following my sister, Precious Gems, make sure y'all follow my sister in the chat. Like, what I'm telling you, that's an amazing soul, especially for the ladies. If you want somebody that's really doing it and making it happen, make sure y'all follow her. Make sure y'all follow her. Fellas, make sure y'all follow her. When I'm telling you knowledge, she got that. She got that. So make sure y'all follow her in the chat. So I gotta ask y'all a question. Real question. Be truthful. When you hear the word manipulation, I appreciate you too, sis. When you hear the word manipulation, what comes to your mind when you hear the word manipulation? Absolutely. Thank you. When you hear the gaslighting, okay? Family, someone taking advantage of you. Happy Sunday, Aquarius. Most people do it and don't know it. Okay, hold on to that, J2. That's a good one. Hold on to that. Mental and emotional. Okay. What about guilt tripping or love bombing? Being taken advantage of by words of mental and emotional abuse. Yes, that's 1 or 2 variations of it positive. Yes, emotional oppression, insecurity, guilt trip. Yes, guilt trip is huge, very huge. I'm gonna give you guys the definition of the word, and then we'll go from there, right? Because you guys are on the ball. You guys are on the ball. You guys clearly are paying attention when we have these lives, because we've kind of dabbled into manipulation, but we haven't really had an actual conversation and live about just the word manipulation itself, or this what entails in manipulation. But we dived into it, so I'm glad that you guys are paying attention when you guys come here. So give yourself a pat on the back for that one, because I see you guys are paying attention. Manipulation is the act of influencing someone's behavior, perception through deceptive, exploitive, or unfair means to achieve desired outcome. Hormiga, welcome in, brother. So, you guys are on the ball. You guys hit a lot of points. I'm proud of you guys. I am proud of you guys. I am proud of you guys. I am proud of you guys. Keep it up, because I can tell that you guys are paying attention. The types of manipulation is emotional, psychological, and behavioral. But we're gonna take our time with that, right? We're gonna take our time with that one. We're gonna tap into the emotional first, because we see it happen a lot, right? And then this is just happen in relationship, guys. I know a lot of people, when they hear manipulation, they think it's relationship. That's the first thing that comes to their mind. Relationship. No. It goes deeper than that. Like, it goes deeper than that. The second you hear emotional manipulation, no. Parents do it. Parents do it a lot, right? Your friends can do it. Your friends can do it. Your parents can do it. Your boss can do it. Our kids can do it. And we don't even realize that our kids can do it, or they're doing it. My brother. You don't realize it. A lot of people deal with emotional manipulation from different variations and different avenues of their life. And they don't realize that it doesn't just come from relationships. It comes from all avenues. It comes from all avenues. It comes from dealing with Okay. If you guys paid attention to the last two videos I posted, then you guys know what I'm talking about. Kids manipulate from birth.
Let me know if I'm being too noisy right now. I'm doing sound checks, and we'll be doing a video check in a few.
No, you're good. Sound check is good.
By the way, this is my favorite all-time subject of them all. So we're about to get crazy, I promise you.
We're gonna have fun with this. I got some talking points, and I got some questions for you guys too. Hey, mermaid.
What I will do real quick is put a big disclaimer out there from jump.
Yeah.
If you are sensitive to the truth, if you are sensitive, if you're the type of person that can honestly critique something and cannot take criticism, today's not your day. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because we're gonna find out something about ourselves, and we're gonna actually put it into practice during this live right here.
We're gonna have a lot of aha moments during this live, because I know a lot of people don't realize how much they manipulate throughout their day, throughout their lifetime, how much they do it versus how much they dealt with it. So we're gonna dive into it. So do not be surprised if you hear something that don't sit well with you. If it don't sit well with you, either you dealt with it or you did it. So just think about that for a second, right? Either you dealt with it or you did it. So, and this man over here chilling in Puerto Rico, like he's living his best life right now. But so emotional manipulation, guys. I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and I don't know if there's any men in here besides me and my brother.
How's the sound now?
We're good.
No, listen, this got nothing to do with men and women today. Because they both equally gonna feel it. This is definitely not a gender thing.
No, it's not a gender thing. But what I'm about to ask, is gonna make a lot of sense, right? And I'm gonna dive right into it because that's what I do. So when it comes to your parents in your adult life, forget about the childhood thing, right? We're gonna dive into that later. The adult life, where you see that you're doing better than what your parents could ever do, right? Oh yeah, you do got a lot of background noise. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you real quick. Yeah, you got a lot of background noise. Okay, yeah, I got you. When it comes to your adult life, right? And you are doing better than what your parents could ever do in life, but they didn't put you they didn't put you in the stone or in the setting of foundation to create that life, but you worked at it and you did it. And when they see you happy and doing what you're supposed to be doing in life, and they try to find ways to make you feel bad because you're not putting them in the position to succeed in life at their age, even though they should have did it for themselves. They start attacking you. They start trying to belittle you. Oh, what you're doing is not that serious. What you're doing is not that important. What you're doing is not this. What you're doing is not that. It's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like they try to hit you with that, right? They try to hit you with that to make you feel bad for not doing what they wanted you to do, because all parents for some reason want us to be doctors and nurses and all types of shit, right? But they not know there's other avenues in the world, right? Like me, I'm an author. I'm a published author of 3 books. My family didn't know that I can write. They never knew that I knew how to write. They never knew that I was creative like that. But they wanted me to be a doctor. They wanted me to be all these things. And when it comes to the point where you're just like, damn, you're supposed to be happy for me that I'm actually succeeding in life, that I don't have a needle in my arm, or I'm not on drugs, or I'm not doing these things to damage my life. I'm actually doing what I need to do so I could succeed in life. But you're not even trying to appreciate that I'm experiencing life in a positive way. You're trying to break it down. You're trying to break me down to make yourself feel good. That's emotional manipulation on a parent's perspective. If you dealt with that, I trust me, I'm right there with you. We there. I've seen it happen. I've dealt with it in a short manner, not nothing too crazy. But if you dealt with that, that's what that looks like. I wanted to hit it right on the nail right off the bat before we even. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? So if you dealt with that and you know what that looks like, and you didn't know what it looked like as well, that's what that is. Where they try to hit you and try to attack you and try to jump at you without realizing like they're doing damage to you. They don't realize that they're doing damage to you, because all we want to do is love our parents no matter what the situation is, right? But when they try to do that and they're attacking us and they're really pushing to try to make us feel bad for succeeding in our own way versus the way that they wanted us to succeed. That's what that is. What you think about that, Harmiga? I seen you, Mika. If you jumping in, send a request. We'll let the mods will let you up.
Um, According to your story, that's your experience. So who could answer that except you? Most of the times they don't even know what they're doing. But look, it's hard, man, because I resented my parents for a long time, and I was one of the first people that used to say, "You listen to what I just said." Used to say they could have did better. We judge our parents very harshly. We don't really know their circumstances. And I don't like to make excuses for them, because we would love for our parents to show accountability, because then that means that if they did show accountability, then we would have learned accountability a long time ago.
That part.
Woo! Okay, hold up. Hold up. Because this is what people don't understand. I'm a grandfather, right? So that's 4 generations that we're talking about, right? My grandkids, my kids, me, and my parents. It's 4 generations, right? You get to this point in life where you see it from far, the whole generational curse.
So I see it.
Oh my God, and it hurts. And it hurts to know that, especially if you know that you have some type of intelligence, right? If you have some type of intelligence, when it finally hits you to see how long you haven't been intelligent, but you really wasn't looking at things from the perspective that you needed to see it from, not from in it, take a step back. It's a different view from over here. See, we want to be so up close and personal until it's not what it's thought about. You understand what we used to think it was, or it's so weird, but you hit it on the nose. Manipulation is necessary in this world, and we all do it. And
We all do it.
we all do it. We
Absolutely.
all do it. It is something that we cannot stop doing because, and you don't need. Look, again, let's go to the relationship with yourself. You have a relationship with yourself, so we even manipulate ourselves. I'll leave it right there.
No, we do. We do definitely manipulate ourselves. And a lot of times we don't realize that we're doing it either. That's the thing. But in order to be the better version of yourself, you have to manipulate yourself.
Yes, you're like that's
In
not
order to be the better version.
manipulation. That's not manipulation.
No, that's manipulation because you got to manipulate your thought process. You
Can
got
I
to
can I
manipulate your current thought process to change.
can I add a quick health tip? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am in the Caribbean right now, and there's this thing called soursop, right? In Spanish, it's called guanabana. Now, this thing right here, this has been known to prevent cancer. This has been known to to maintain it, and it's also to prevent it. There's nothing more stronger than this in the world. Okay, get your hands on some of this and some of these leaves. Make a tea. It'll cleanse you out. It'll fight it with you. All right, take it away, Bob.
I appreciate that. Now I know. Everybody want to talk about the relationship manipulation, so let's dive into it. Right? Relationship manipulation, guilt tripping, playing victim, acting like what they did wasn't so wrong, or they say that they're trying to figure it out, but they're really not trying to figure it out, and then they try to blame you when they can't figure it out. Am I not hitting the points here, guys, or am I a lot like done with?
You just scratching the outer layer of the skin. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I know
Are
what
you
I'm doing.
kidding? Are you kidding me?
I know what I'm doing.
Huh?
I know what I'm doing. I got you, bro. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
I didn't even share the live yet. Let's go. Go ahead. Let's go.
you. You
Let's
know what I'm
go.
saying? And that's just the surface layer. That's just like them nicking the skin a little bit. It's not even like there's not even like the gashes. It's not even the gashes. Like, like imagine that dealing with that just it's just the nick of it. But how much damage that does, and that's just the nick of it.
You know, here's the problem. Here's the problem that the damage control is reliant on the recipient. See, this is what people don't understand. That the damage is not your fault, right? But it's
No.
your maintenance, regardless of who hurt you or who didn't. Because what was it that Ford said? He said, everybody in your life is going to hurt you, but you have to be around the people that are worth hurting for. Uh-oh.
You know what? Hold on. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna dive right into this, right? Because I want you guys to listen to this video. If you guys have been paying attention to me posting, you guys know I posted 2 videos today. And y'all know I'm a big advocate of Michael Todd because he's just an amazing pastor. And he's not like a regular pastor. Like he dives into it. He has a background in psychology. So it's like he just listen. Just listen. Okay. You never pick right when you pick from your pain. You will never pick right. If your pain is fueling your pick. Can you guys hear it? And many of us, because we have not dealt with the pain and we have not sat still enough, we haven't let God uncover
handcuff us or free us or deliver us from some of the things that we're walking through, your next choice will be worse. Because you're picking from your pain. You're cuffed to the abuse. You're cuffed to the cycles. You're cuffed to the deception. You're cuffed to the facade. You're cuffed. If you don't deal with it, it's just going to repeat itself. This is why I believe in theology and therapy. Some of you, the most spiritual thing you could do is get into counseling this year. You literally need to take all of your luggage. And I know some of y'all talk about, I mean, it's in the past. No, it's in your present. It may have happened in your past, but it's still affecting you in your present. I don't need to know who my daddy is. I don't need to know if that's my real brother and sister. Can't nobody change that we blood except the DNA test that makes you then have to deal with the past. And I know the church, we've done a really bad job of teaching you to escape the pain. Pray the pain away. Believe that the pain doesn't come. But pain is proof you're alive. Who's the last dead person you heard say ouch? Dead people don't say ouch. So even though it hurts, it proves you're still living. Even though them walking out of your life makes you feel horrible every time, it's proof that you're still alive. Even though you don't have the title you used to have and people's perception of you may be different, the fact that it hurts means that you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, that means God's not done. And if you still are drawing a breath, that means that God has a plan for you. I could be dead, but I'm still alive. That means I'll still experience pain. And maybe some of the greatest things to actually make it on the other side of pain is to actually deal with the pain. You never pick right when you pick.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, here we go. Okay. Whew. What, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. The English language was created to divide and conquer. How do I know this? Because I speak Spanish.
I'm listening.
Watch this. I read, I write, and I speak Spanish. I read and speak English, right? And read and write, right? There's so many words that mean the same thing. Manipulation, motivation, a swift kick in your ass. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying, there's different ways of doing it, but it all means the same shit, right? At the end of the day, God will steer this boat, but you still have to row it, right? Let's get into what you say every week, right? We say the same shit, right? You got to put the effort into it, right? You have to manipulate yourself to believe something before you listen to all these tips that's going on. You have to put yourself in a place where you could actually listen. But if you can't listen to yourself, that's the most and only test that you need. If you don't listen to yourself, what are you believing in?
I'm gonna take it a step further, right? The people in your life that gaslight you and manipulate you,
Oh, no.
they think just like that.
It is. It is. But when somebody tries to get someone else to think like they do or lure them, and if the intentions is not correct, like for instance, for personal interest, like for self-centeredness, to the point where it's now selfishness, now you got a problem because you become something. Your behavior has changed. You become an asshole. Can I say that?
What's up, Los?
Can I say that?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I just wanted to say if I could say that, like
We're done.
that makes you an asshole.
You didn't show them how to manipulate, right? So
You don't.
people that are the negative people that manipulate, right? They pay attention to behavior. They pay attention to the things that you do. They're good at they don't need your blueprint to be able to manipulate you because they're paying attention to everything that you're doing. They know what's going on. But you don't realize they're paying that much attention. You're not realizing that they're paying that much attention to you to the point where it's yeah. Yeah.
Say those two words again slowly for me. Pay what?
Pay attention.
Slowly. One more time.
Pay attention. But
Can
in
you
the
show?
same in
Ooh.
the same gymnastics, right? In the same gymnastics, you have to start doing the same thing so that way you guys can see if they are manipulating you. If you're not paying as much attention to them as they are to you, you'll never realize you're being manipulated.
And that's why what you lead with is important because you have to see somebody's intent. If you understand somebody's intent, that will help the conversation go on further. Or whatever act of kindness. Look, let me put this in like this. Look, act of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk about that. We'll put that in the pocket. You have to pay attention to what's going on. You have to be accurate about what you say based on the information you got. If the information is not enough, don't be so quick, right? Because you have to pay attention. If you're doing things fast and you're shooting from the hip, right? And you don't have what's called, oh, this word is going to hurt, prudence. A couple of seconds before you open your mouth or make or step through that door, it's part of the pay attention process. You have to pay attention to honestly what's going on, but you're not really paying attention. You know why? Because your mind is foggy. You didn't clear your mind. Clear your mind, the rest will follow. Isn't that a song, a famous pop song like a couple of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth. Pay attention to some of the things that are actually have value. Here's the other thing too. Pick and choose your battles correctly because you can't be paying attention to everything because some of these things are made to manipulate you.
And a lot of the times, and I don't want to keep going back to relationships, but that's the most common thing in
It's too
manipulation.
easy. It's too easy. It's too easy, the relationship
It's
thing. Too easy.
right. So we're gonna keep with that conversation. Just for now, until we get to the other avenue of the live, right? A lot of the times we don't realize that we're being manipulated because we're also being love bombed. I know, guys. It's tough, right? I know nobody wants to have this conversation, but we're having it today. You'll see things that don't look right. You'll hear things that don't look right. You'll see his maneuvers just look, or her maneuver look just odd. Everything seems odd. You know what I'm saying? But they're showing you so much affection. They're showing you so much love, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm here for you. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I got your back. You know, I love you so much. And then you get attached to that. I love you so much. You get attached to them showing you how much they love you, not realizing there's more to just showing you affection and showing you that attention, right? There's much more to just that. There's much more to that. Much more to that.
Look,
And then
oh man.
when something goes wrong, instead of them taking accountability for it, they find a way to blame you. But you love them so much though, so you're just gonna take it.
Can I ask a question real quick? Even though I know you said we're gonna wait off, but I really can't hold off on this question. Like, 'cause, like I really like need to know. Like, how do you
Yeah.
differ? Like, for somebody who's
Oh man.
on the
She's gonna go right into it just like that, right? Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead, Mama G. Go ahead.
Might
So
as
for
well.
somebody who is on the fence already, as it is on letting people in, how do you hold on one second?
I feel like I know what she's about to go with that.
Yeah, it is good common question to ask. It's one of the principles, you know what I'm saying, of paying attention.
No, fact.
Sorry, my daughter made a big ass noise. I was making sure she didn't break nothing. how do you learn to how do you learn to even realize that? Because like with us, like some people do genuinely come into our lives and like want to love on us, right? And some of them are in this manipulation tactic where they'll love bomb you regardless of how much time y'all spend together. Like how do you differentiate that shit, and how do you lower your guards when it comes to a person who actually is genuinely trying to love on you?
Real answer, true answer. You got to know yourself. That's really the truest answer that I could possibly give you. You have to know yourself enough to have boundaries. You know yourself to have the standards, but also you got to have faith. Because the problem with a lot of people that do manipulate in relationships, they definitely deal with some sort of trauma, or they deal with something that was very detrimental to their life, right? And they don't realize that they're doing it most of the time. They don't realize that they're doing it. I'm just being honest with you guys. They don't realize that they're doing it most of the time. And if they do realize that they're doing it, it's because they've sat with it for a little bit, and they accepted the fact that they're not okay, but they choosing not to work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They sat with it. That's kind of like a narcissist. Like some narcissists know that they're a narcissist, right? So they sit with it, but they're okay with it. Some of them, they don't know that they're a narcissist, and some of them want to get the help to try to be better for society. It's the same thing as somebody that knows how to manipulate. They either don't know that they're doing it, or they know that they're doing it and they're okay with it. You get what I'm saying? There's good and evil in the world, guys. That's why the world is so balanced. We can't have the good without the bad. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, some of us end up dealing with the bad more than the good. But in order for us to try to at least have some sort of understanding of what it is, you got to understand yourself first. You got to understand what you're willing to deal with and not willing to deal with.
So now I have another question based on what you just said. For somebody who
It's a lot that goes into it, man. There's a lot that goes into this one.
Yeah, you know what though? That's something that you have to do from the inside out. Regardless of this, here's the thing that everything in life, no matter what it is, you have to start out from the inside out. Like you have to understand your role, whether the role that you've played in the past or the role that you have to play going forward. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Mama. You got the rest of the story or
oh
question?
Jesus, so for somebody who feels like, because I'm sure there's a lot of us out here who feel like they lost themselves in relationships, how do you go back to trying to figure out who you are?
You know, it takes time.
I love you. Go play, baby.
It, ta- it
Sorry,
takes
y'all.
it takes time.
For most of you, some of y'all know, I've been going through a lot lately, and I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I feel like my identity has been lost in being someone's, I don't even know what. But I
No, I
also feel
got
like
you. I
my
got you.
identity is lost in being a mother. Like, if it don't revolve around my kids, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, for real, for real. Like, if it ain't revolving around my children, I feel lost. I feel like I don't have an identity. My identity is these kids.
Interesting. That's interesting that you say that because watch. Let me ask you a question. You think you lost your identity, or is it that you never really found yourself, or you never met yourself? Because in order for you to lose an identity, that means you had one in the past, right? But I want you to look at it deeper. Have you ever had an identity? Have you ever been comfortable with yourself? Have you ever felt as though you are where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be with? Right, because that comes from inside. That's internal. Like what Teddy said. It's internal, it comes from inside. You have to work on yourself physically, mentally. I don't just give these tips about what to eat and what to do. It's not a kindness. I'm sharing what happened. We all, right? We had that conversation. We all lost a whole bunch of weight, remember? Hey, that's one of the best things on earth. That's a good start. But then, because you have to clear the fogginess, right? Right now you're in a fogginess, and there's a lot of great people out there. We had that conversation too. There's a lot of great people out there, but you know what good people are? There were other good people. So those are the circles that you need to be in, sweetheart, because that's the support that you need. The ones that are going to have your back and say, hey, you know what? We've been there, man. So I understand it takes time, and that's it. Not go into a whole, hour of a sermon makes you feel like shit. But here's the other thing I want to tell you. When certain people talk to us, we feel as though they're shaming us. But the problem is, we're supposed to feel ashamed about what we did. We don't like the messenger. We don't like where it's coming from. We don't get to pick and choose where love comes from. We just have to learn how to accept it. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna say, wait, let me say that last sentence one more time because that slapped the shit out of myself. You don't get to pick and choose where the love comes from. You have to be able to accept it though. You have to be able to see it and accept it.
I
Don't.
got you. You think you're slick.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna take it a step further. When people say, when you hear somebody says, I want the best for you, I want to see the best for you, that's them showing how much they love you. But for some odd reason, when we hear we want the best for you or somebody's pushing you to be the best version of yourself, we see it as criticism versus love. When somebody says, I want to see the best for you because I know you can be better than who you are today, we tend to think that they're attacking us. And we're not. There's no attack. It's really no attack. It's really us saying that we want to see the best for you. We really want you to really get to that point so that way you can see yourself. That way that mirror that you're looking at is the best version of you, not the person that you thought you was or the identity that you got within the relationship that you was in, right? Because we do end up gaining an identity in the eggshell of a relationship that we could possibly be in, and not realizing that we have the same we're inheriting our partners. You get what I'm saying? Our partners' habits, our partners' behaviors, our partners' everything. If we ourselves didn't have an identity, we don't realize that we're doing it. When we start acting like our spouse, start doing things our spouse is doing, start doing things my girlfriend's doing, my boyfriend's doing, but we've never actually had an identity of ourselves to be able to differentiate what it is and what isn't. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense to everybody?
No, no, that's the way it's supposed to be. Look, for Mama G, look, real simple, Mama G. It takes time, right? Your kids are young. So
Amber.
you gotta, Mama G, you have it in you. I can tell you that you have it in you. If you didn't have it in you, I wouldn't tell you this because I'm not gonna blow no smoke up nobody's asses. That's all I'm saying. You know that. You have it in you. If not to find yourself or stop wasting your time finding yourself, why don't you create yourself?
Ooh.
You're going in
Ooh.
circles looking for something that may have even existed. How about you are in control of this goddamn boat? Let's go, man.
At this
Do I?
point, Mama G has done a lot of work on herself.
This is what compels me to say that I know you have it in you. This is not
For,
just me being spiritual like Walter
for
Mercado out
everybody
here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's coming in that's new to here, when I'm telling you she was a hothead, when we first met her, she was a hothead. There was no getting to her. Okay? There was no getting to her. This is just being honest, right? But in the last 4 or 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, she is not the same person that she was. She would not come up and talk about this if she didn't feel like she needed to talk about it at all. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 for people that are new here. right? The people that are coming here that's new. This is not the same Mama G from 9 months ago. I promise you, it's not. This is not the same Mama G from 9 months ago. When I was having my lives, Mama G would pop her head in and pop her head out. And like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not even going to come in here. But she's been here consistently. She's usually the first person in the box. Like, when we have these lives. She's doing the work. So for people that say that she has to do the work, she's been doing the work. But she's now in a new stage of the work, where things are starting to, where now she's not allowing things to stop her growth. She don't want things to stop her growth. She wants to grow. This is where we're trying to get everybody to get to. This is where we're trying to get everybody to get to. You get what I'm saying? Where you realize that you need to do the work, you start doing the work, and then that's when the stages and the chapters start to open up. Right? You got different stages and chapters you have to go through in life in your process of healing. That's where that comes from. Once you realize that you're not okay and you start doing the surface work, now you got to go below the surface. Now you got to figure out what's really causing all this shit to happen. And it's gonna hurt. There's no avenue in your healing where it's not going to hurt. It is going to hurt. It's going to be real uncomfortable, right? But you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. It's the truth. You have to be okay with being uncomfortable. This is where we're talking about you have to manipulate yourself. You have to manipulate yourself so that way you can understand that what you're doing is okay.
Let's go with some math right here. Let's go with some math.
So I'm proud of you, Mama G.
You really can't remove pain, right? You just all you can do is basically manage it, right? Pain management.
Right.
So you know it's gonna be there anyway, right? Everybody keeps saying it. This is for everybody in the audience. Please listen to what's I'm about to say right now. This is really deep. Pain is gonna be there. When you avoid the pain is when it hurts the most.
Right.
Because you gotta let yourself feel it, baby. Trust me on this. If you want to know what pain feels like, this is what pain looks like right now. Because I've been going through shit all my life, right? And it came to a point, I waited till I was 45 years old to grow up, to start growing up. And that took a 10-year process. What am I telling you? That is still going. I don't know it all, but I know enough about me to tell you that I know who I am because I created this person. Because the person that was around before wasn't paying attention. The person before was doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? But their own thing and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Just do you. You know what they say? Do you, boo? Oh, yeah, I did me. I did a great job of becoming the greatest asshole who ever lived in this earth. And I'll be the first one to admit that. And I also apologize to myself and everybody else that I affected. And guess what? I get along with everybody right now. While everybody's going through hell, while everybody's fighting, and I'm talking about my family. If you're listening, my DNA is out there, okay? Everybody's going to war right now, right? Except me. For the first time in my life, I get along with everyone in my family. But then this black sheep ends up being the person that you need to rely on because of their manipulative tactics. But go ahead.
Not to cut you off, right? Well, so I'm gonna let everybody know that's in the queue. We're letting people up at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are in the queue, just stay in the queue, stick around, and then we'll let you guys up at 10:30.
Yeah.
Man, so as we're on the topic of manipulation, right? I just want everybody to just understand the signs, right? And this is not just for relation. This is a general. This is universal. These signs are universal. So it goes for your mother, your father, your man, your wife, your husband, all of that, right? It's all of that.
The guy from the grocery store,
The guy
anybody.
from the grocery store, your child
Hmm.
that makes it seem
Hmm.
like daddy said no, but he ran to you so he can
The,
ask you so you can say
the
yes.
guy who checks your ticket in Walmart at the
Everybody,
end. Everybody. All
all
right.
of it, right?
Thank you, Bobby.
Frequent feelings
I'm
of
not
guilt.
giving him my ticket. It's not required for me to do so. I'm walking right by. Get out my face.
Do you see how her attitude changed? See what I'm saying?
I
She's
love it.
ready. And that's how
I
you
love it.
recognize. You recognize your rights and your standards and boundaries. Let's go.
That's part. Let's go. Frequent feelings of guilt or responsibility for the manipulator's emotions. That's one, right? I'll let Harmika tap into that once he's done doing what he's doing. The second one, constantly questioning your own reality or memories, feeling isolated from friends and family, and inconsistent behaviors from the manipulator, hot and cold. Now, what do they mean by that, hot and cold, when they say that, right?
Oh man.
When they say hot and cold, that means one day they're on fucking 10 and you don't realize why they're on 10. They're just coming at you. It's like a fucking rocket, just like coming at you, and if you touch it, it explodes, right? But when it's on cold, they're just reserved and relaxed, and they're just not even saying shit. Like, you're trying to communicate with them, you're trying to talk to them, but it's like staring into a hole. It's like just staring into a fucking wall. It's like a blank, just blank. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not even trying to communicate. They're not even saying shit. They're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. It. Go ahead, Armigo. Have fun. Go ahead.
Let's do it a different way. Let's do it kind of a hot seat kind of thing. Ask me the question and I'll shoot from the hip because I already heard the question, but now I'm better prepared. Go ahead.
All right.
We'll
The
go one
signs
by
of
one.
manipulations and relationships.
The
Let's go
signs, the signs of manipulation.
in relationships, and that
Ooh.
go obviously relationships is broad, right? It goes wide and far. So take it as far as you want to take it.
Okay, we'll start with a simple one. When you can see somebody that's trying to press your buttons,
Okay.
when you confront them with it, right? And you say, "Are you trying to get me to go left?" You know what I'm saying? That's a very simple manipulation, right?
Right.
But then there's the other one, false promotion.
Hey, so free thought. I didn't even see you popping in, bro. What's going on?
False promotion, where they gaslight your ass to believe something that didn't happen. That's a false promotion, right? And then there is when someone look. Here's the thing: we live in a world right now where couples ignore you to get attention.
Say that again, a little slower.
Couples and people and all relationships ignore each other to get someone's attention. They think that by ignoring them, I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. She's bound to come and kiss my ass. Whoa, that's number one. Number two, I'm not gonna call my mom. She's gonna learn. Number three, ignoring yourself. You see this? Let's go back all the way to the beginning of how this works, right? Ignoring yourself is where this all leads to. So I'm not trying to confuse nobody, but yeah. Next question. Next topic. Do we not ignore people to get their attention? I ain't gonna call this dude. I ain't gonna call her. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The musical.
We all have the
Monumental, the musical.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Keep it going. Keep it going. I know there's people that are thirsty to come up. That's what I'm saying. Manipulation is like one of the things that
I get
serrates
that,
people's
but
brain.
I'm gonna put this disclaimer out here, right? For anybody that's in here or from the FYP that think they don't manipulate people, you're living in of delusion. Just wanted to put that out there. If you
And
don't think that you manipulate somebody in any shape or form, you don't do it at all. No, I don't do it. I don't manipulate people. You do. But
let
you
me
don't
let,
know
let
that
me
you're doing
let,
it half the
let,
time.
let me defend that by possibly hurting somebody's feelings. Let me defend that. All right, let me relax for a second. Let me relax.
Don't give them no bullshit, man.
No, no,
Don't
no,
say
no.
nice.
I'm gonna give you the whole mathematics. See, in order to be delusional, it comes from your need or your like for illusion.
Okay.
You understand? I'll keep it simple. All these illusions that people have, which is perceptive, right? Perception and perspective, right? Those two things combined, your view of things You might like illusions because you are creating things that don't exist because you refuse to see what's right in front of your face. Next.
No, 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 no,
That's
no,
what
no,
delusion,
no.
that delusion is compiled of illusions, right?
No, I want you to repeat that.
Which part?
What you just said.
We
Repeat that for people in the back because I need
we
everybody to hear.
create illusions so that we don't have to see ourselves or the truth.
We have to be one or the other, right? Though, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You could combo it. No, you could combo it. You could combo it because we have to manipulate people. Manipulation is part of coaching. Manipulation is part of psychiatry. Because psychiatry, you want people to see yourself, right? You want to be able to learn how to see yourself. That's why we go to these places. It's because we need therapy. But what kind of therapy are we looking for? We're looking for to see. I wanna find myself. I wanna find myself. I'm like, you're gonna go to somebody else to look for you, then that is a situation. And I'm not shaming no one because we've all been there, but admit that you're at that point. Go get the help you need and let's keep it moving so that we can have even better conversations. All right.
The great thing about you guys being here is you guys are here for transparency and truth. We're not here to attack you guys. We're not here to jump at nobody's throat. If you don't
Nope.
believe it, you don't believe it. But if you're here, that means you need the knowledge and the understanding of what we're trying to tell you. And everything that we do here, just to give you a heads up, you're applying it to yourself, not anybody else. You're applying it to yourself. This is about you. Remember that. Um,
It's always been about thyself, right?
right. But I always have to keep that. I always have to make that disclaimer because we always have new people that come in. So we
Oh
have to.
yeah, yeah. We got to remind them, and we want you to stick around, man. We want to hear what you have to say, and we don't have a problem. We're not here to manipulate people into thinking like we are giving you a different perspective. We're open. It's open. I've learned something every Saturday. How about that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, me too. So to answer your question, Keish, I usually say either between some, depending on the conversation, is some, all, or most. But this conversation, everybody manipulates in this form of fashion. You just sometimes you don't know that you're doing it, and
Wait,
that's okay.
I like that question. What happens when someone says it's about you? When you say, you know what, at this moment, maybe it needs to be. Maybe it does need to be about me. And if you can't support that, then maybe I'm in the wrong. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
Yeah, I'm alone at all times.
Listen, listen. Even the people that we love the most, we need a break from. Here's the problem, and we keep asking the people that we love the most for the acknowledgement that we're supposed to give ourselves. You understand? Like we keep like pleading for other people, and you're giving them too much power. And we're gonna say this every week, every day that I say this, I'm gonna say this. We give away too much power. We give away too much power. We are in control, but we're so scared of ourselves and we don't trust ourselves. We give it to somebody else.
True, true.
So, so what do we have to do? We have to gain some self confidence, right? Some self esteem. And where does that come from? From reading, from writing, from expressing yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. My favorite word is no. Do you guys know that? My favorite word is no. I will tell somebody no in a hot second if I really have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Due to my mental issues, no family.
I can say that word in many ways. I try not to say flat out no's because those things, what I say is we're not doing that. Is that what we're doing? No, I don't think so. We're not doing that.
No, I'm not
We're
doing
not
it.
doing that. We're not doing it.
Keish, stick around, Keish. Maybe you'll learn some stuff today. And if you want to come up and kind of open up to us a little bit of what's going on, if you feel comfortable enough, you're more than welcome to come up, and we'll try to guide you in the best way we can. Honestly,
Right, right. But the whole thing about manipulation is what we are promoting is the truth. The truth is that manipulation is going to be there whether you like it or not. It is up to you to learn which of these tactics come from a good place. So again, it's always about intention. If you learn how to handle things at the gate, then you're going to start at the right path because that is the foundation of whatever is starting. That's the beginning. That is the beginning of something, an interaction, whatever. You're there from the beginning, right? But are you really there? You understand? Are you really paying attention? Here we go again.
I'm glad that you asked that question, D, because that's what I'm about to dive into next. So in the impact of manipulation on mental health, right? On mental health, anxiety, depression, from constant self-doubt and confusion, loss of self-esteem and confidence, and long-term psychological trauma and trust issues.
Absolutely, because the longer look, it's like an infection. If you don't take care of it, they might have to, remove one of your limbs. Do you understand what I'm saying? So,
No, it
what
grows. It grows and grows and grows and grows and grows
no, and
until
people and people got to understand that people's spirit is like a germ, right? Like a germ tries to go into your body undetected. You understand what I'm saying? And then it travels in your body, and then guess what? It looks for cousins and brothers. They look for family, and they multiply. I know that may not make sense. It is Saturday morning. I'm used to watching Saturday morning cartoons, and then I get into this serious conversation for 3 years. But we're right. Um, I guess I miss cartoons, right?
right.
Yo, big up to the people that grew up with Saturday morning cartoons, man. Straight
Yeah,
up.
facts. Honestly, because Saturday morning cartoons were the best. I'm just saying. But
Oh
no,
man.
for everybody that's here, like, let's take a break, right? Let's take a quick commercial break. Um,
Yeah, it
for
is 10
everybody
o'clock, right?
that's here, because it's 10 o'clock, right? Give yourself a round of applause for being here. Give yourself a round of applause for being here. And for the people that are consistently here on Saturdays, give yourself a round of applause for being here.
And,
Give
and
yourself a
for,
round
and,
of applause for
and for
being here.
those that didn't get a chance to say hello to, I'm saying it all. To those specifically, you know who you are. Hello. How you doing? Welcome in. You're in a good place today, because I feel his energy. I saw Mama G going through what she did, and she let it out today. Obviously, she needed to be, listen, here's the thing. This thing that I call a mental toilet, right? It's in my book, right? Mental toilet. You can't let the toilet go too high because then it overflows. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able to maintain the bullshit that you listen to or around and what you say to yourself. Because you walk around doubting yourself, you walk around telling yourself that you can't do this or
The
like
work.
that takes a lot of energy to doubt yourself. You know what doesn't take energy at all? To be your true self. It takes no energy to keep it real.
None.
But for some people, it's so weighted for you to say the truth, be honest, be humble, take a chill pill. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax. And I don't mean that literally. So, hey, TikTok people, you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, you know how we speak. We talk about finding ways, right, to cope with everyday life. People
Mm-hmm.
say, life sucks. Life doesn't suck. Maybe you suck. Maybe it's time. And let me tell you something. Always saying is that manipulation is going to be there regardless. So trying to like remove it or act like it's not there is not the way to go. Learning how to work with it, learning how to see it right at the gate. Manipulating it looks very simple. And you see, here's the thing. We need to stop looking with our eyes and we need to start looking with our ears. You understand what I'm saying? And we honestly, because the things that we see, we trick we just talked about that. We create illusions to fit your narrative. People live in La La Land, right? And they create this fictional thing like that's not what happened. Have you ever spoken to people and they say the story and you was there and like it did not go down like that?
So hold on, because I see Deb and Florito having a conversation in the chat. So
Hmm.
before we dive into that, right, the what I just seen in the chat, make sure y'all tapping the Fraggle Rock and screen.
Let's go. Where we
We're
at?
trying to get to
28?
100K likes, y'all.
We
100K
doing
likes is the
100K
goal.
today?
100K. 100K likes is
Ooh.
the goal. If you guys have not hit the link tree,
Let's let's let,
his
let's take
link
a
tree.
let's take an inspiration break. Hold up a second. Put me on the big screen real quick. Let's take an inspiration break. Hold up. Let's do inspiration time. This is inspiration time,
Okay,
ladies and
not a
gentlemen.
problem.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do it like this. Um, and I don't do these things to be arrogant because you have to understand that an arrogant person is going to show you their trophies and they're not going to teach you how to get there. A person who likes to share, that is a rainforest over there. It's called El Junque. I'm in Puerto Rico right now, and I'm going over there soon because I'm a spiritual man, and they got some good stuff over there. And this is over here, Fajardo, Puerto Rico. This is one of the,
Proud of you. Proud of you.
you
Proud of
know,
you. Proud of you.
I want everybody to see that, and I don't want anybody to think again that this is an arrogance. It is not, because any one of you, I'll be able to sit down with you and tell you it might take some coaching to get to a better place. You understand? And I'm a coach, and I'm a mentor, and I like talking to the young boys, man. I'm like, yo, it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the more harder you make it and you fall off balance, the harder it is to come back. Because what this is a very famous thing, and it's old. You got to be careful on who you see on the way up, because you're going to see the same people on the way down, and it goes both ways. Because the same people you see on the way down, you're going to see on the way up, ladies and gentlemen. And it feels good to look at those people that doubted you and say, "What you said? Okay, I thought so. Have a nice day. I'm off the screen. Thank you."
We appreciate that, my brother, all the time, all the time. If you guys have not yet grabbed Hormiga's book, Living Above the Norm, make sure you guys go ahead and grab the book. Available on Amazon, Living Above the Norm. If you have not grabbed my book, Mind Your Mental, you're missing out if you haven't grabbed these books. I'm sorry. I have not yet. Now, I haven't heard one single negative comment about any one of these books once since they've been released. There's been nothing but positivity. There's been nothing but good feedback. If you guys want to go check out the reviews, check out the reviews. I promise you the reviews do not miss, okay? We put a lot of work into these books so that way we can give you guys something to run on in your process of healing. So you guys can have an understanding of what you have to do, okay? There's a lot of ouch moments when you're reading these books. There's going to be a lot of ouch moments. There's going to be a lot of aha moments. Yes, his book is in the Discord. His book is in the Discord. So if you guys want to go to the mental health library and purchase the book, that's already in the Discord, y'all can go ahead and do that.
I'll give them a little hint too. The last chapter of my book is called Total Wealth Management. Figure it out.
Ooh, I love it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. But my book is in my link tree. I'm actually going to add his book to my link tree too, just in case. So that way you guys have access to both of them. And the Discord's also within the link tree. So every time I end the live, I send the link to the Discord for the people that followed me, as well as the people that were in the live. So if you guys get a message from me after the live, is because I'm inviting you to the mental health Discord that I have. All right. But let's keep tapping the screen because we got to get to 100K. We got to get to 100K. All right.
All right, so where were we? Are we still in the last couple of things yet? No, are we done with that?
We are. No. What time is it?
We got a few minutes.
So I'm gonna skip this part because we need people to come up for this one. We're gonna do personal stories and experiences.
Okay.
Unless you want to tell your story and experience, but that's up to
Mike.
you.
Okay. What I would say is that I want to, but I can't because
Good day, Mama G.
we would be on this live for like 6 days straight. For me to say my story, that's number one.
Give them something if you're gonna give them something. Don't give them everything. Welcome in, Bougie. What's up, love? Welcome in.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. Being a person that I chose to go to the streets, right, at a certain point in my life, I had to be a very manipulative person. The bully, like the word that people don't want to talk about, is one of the greatest ones. But usually, I'm gonna be honest with you, not all of them, but most people that go that route, they're cowards. Because I grew up in a place where if there was a problem, it was solved right there and then. You know what I'm saying? But people learn how to use manipulative tactics. It is a necessary thing, but it has to come from a good place. You know what I'm saying? When I was in that realm, I used manipulation to get what I wanted, right? To get ahead, and wasn't really helping other people also move with me. So I was moving kind of funny, if you ask me. And that's kind of perpetrating a fraud and goes against all the things that I talk about today, right?
Right.
So it wasn't until I realized that I lost it all, but then I learned I had to manipulate myself to believe something that it seems impossible to me, and we do this every day. We lose every day. We have to manipulate ourselves to position ourselves. There's this thing called
What's up,
what
Carrie?
is this? There's this thing called not auto adjust. It's when you can push your desire for something into something else. Like the desire for sex or transmute. Do you know that you could take the desire for sex and use that desire into raising the bar for getting to a place of results, if it's financial or if it's property or if it is generational wealth? You see what I'm saying? Like this is deeper than the average conversation. We need manipulation in our lives, but we have to learn how to use it, and we know how to intercept it when the manipulation that's being used to us is not in our best interest. Does that make sense?
No, it does make sense. Sorry, I just got a text message.
No, you got to handle your business. Look, at the end of the day, this is how I share. I'm on vacation and I'm doing business and I'm doing a whole bunch of things that's going on here. This is all medical, this is all spiritual, this is all business, it's all the elements right here. But I like to find time on a Saturday morning while I'm here in this beautiful island to speak with you guys because this is important to me. And I want to be able to help someone if I can, even if it's just one person. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's you share it with someone that they might need it. Maybe it's not for you, right? Maybe it's not for you, but you might know someone that may need this. And right now, you're not the person that's helping them get by. So sometimes a couple of words is what we need to hear to keep that going. You know what I'm saying? And we're not here to put band-aids on things. We're here to rip the band-aid off and attend to your wounds the right way. We're not here to sugarcoat shit and sweep shit under the rug. We're here to tell you that this is real shit. We've all feel pain and we all are going to feel pain. So we have to learn how to manage this pain so it doesn't affect us. We have to raise our sensitivity levels.
Absolutely.
We are too
Absolutely.
sensitive. I just said it a little while ago.
Good morning, Stephanie.
People look for someone's attention by ignoring them.
All right.
When in the history of I think that's fuckery, but I'm not gonna go there. But you understand what I'm saying? Like we have this world that's twisted about us, but we keep giving the power to somebody else. So in other words, it's always gonna come back to the same thing. People, let's start taking accountability and let's start, realizing the role that we've played to our own demise.
Whew. All right.
Let's go, right? Let's go.
Man. All right. So I know for me, somebody asked in the chat, what's my biggest fear? Truthfully, my biggest fear is not knowing me. It's not anything else. It's not knowing me, not knowing who I am as a person as I'm walking this earth, not knowing my purpose, not knowing my gifts, being afraid of my gifts when I figure it out. It's just me, like just anything that's pertaining to me. Because regardless of what I have in my life, who I have in my life, I can't be what I need to be for them if I'm not for me 100% of the time. I'm just
Okay. Okay. Time out. You're not gonna do that. Not like that. I'm gonna add a little something to that real quick.
go for it.
Wow. The only thing that I'm afraid of is myself because I already know what I'm capable of doing. And history has a way of repeating itself. That's why you have to prepare yourself for what's coming. The thing is that we know in advance what's going to happen, and we still sit there in delusion, manipulating ourselves to keep accepting something that doesn't make sense in the first place. So it's that you want the math to work. You know when they say the math is not mathing, right? The math is not mathing, right? You know why? Because the things are wrong. The pieces of the puzzle are wrong. There's something that's either missing or something you may even have too much of. You have to learn difference. It's called balance. We have to learn how to balance ourselves, right? Pay attention to yourself because you keep living, waiting for somebody else to pay attention to you. Then you have to wait until they want to or do it, right? No, the one that has the control to actually do it is the one that's actually asking for it. The same energy that it took for you to wait for somebody else to do it, you should have did it already.
That's kind of that's that level of giving people too much control in your life.
Too
Because
much power.
if you're waiting for somebody to do something or waiting for somebody to give you the okay to make some shit happen, you're giving them too much power.
Who is the gatekeeper of your farm? Who is the landlord of your building? And what I'm talking about is your life, your brain, your heart, your soul. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you feel you have inside of you, right?
Right?
Does any of it belong to you? The way you treat your body, the way you treat your mind, the way you treat people, the way you do things, is any of what you have of which is a precious thing, life, right? Life itself is precious, right? You don't wake up in the morning, you're not grateful for anything. You wake up, fuck 'em, fuck, blah, 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 blah. I be like, yo, what the hell is going on? Relax, relax. Because it's so much weight that you have on your shoulders, and we get it. We get it. We get it. We
I can't.
get it.
I think I've learned over the years, and it took me a while to get to this point. So I'm not gonna say that I did it overnight.
And we still going.
I can't wake up angry. I really don't know how to wake up angry. Like I've taught myself not to do that for so long that it's like on autopilot. Like I can't wake up angry. I can't wake up pissed at the world. Like it's just something that I just can't do. I know what that's gonna do to my day if I wake up angry. I know how my day is gonna go if my day is angry. You know what I'm saying? If I wake up negative, I wake up my energy just already fucked. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but
It's already going in the wrong direction, right?
oh yeah, like I can't do that. That's just like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like you're adding to the chaos of the world. Like
I
why would
think,
you want to add to that chaos?
but that's what I'm talking about. Like those people that walk around saying life sucks. I'm like, nobody's disagreeing with you, right? Because if you say that life sucks, you're talking about your life sucks, and it sucks for many. I'm not gonna lie, right? It sucks for many, but what are you doing? What role are you playing? That's like,
Just
you know what I'm
human.
saying? What
What
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
What are you not doing? Right? What are you doing and what are you not doing? Right?
Right, the pros and cons. Hey Mika, the pros and cons. You gotta figure out what in your life that sucks so bad that you're gonna say that out loud. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to find it. What's up,
Look,
sis?
there's a good comment there. Hey, sis, right on time. Listen to this comment. Watch, I'm gonna answer real quick. I can wake up angry and still be the person I need to be. It's the choices you make in it. Right. What I'm saying is that for some people, their anger is motivation. Here's the thing that you don't know. I dealt with anger. You have no idea. Okay, I was a very angry man, and yes, there are people that can function right in all different types of emotions. But what I'm saying is that it's not necessary. It's not necessary to be angry. I'm saying you said it yourself in your comment. It's the choice, right? So you have the choice to be angry or not.
Well, why? Yeah, that's. And I'm not judging nobody for their choices.
No, no, no,
Like
no. I like what she did because
I
actually
like
she's
what
being
you did
honest.
too,
She's being
but
honest.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm
take
saying?
it a step further. I'm gonna take it a step further, right? I'm not judging you for your choices, but why would you want to wake up angry?
Well,
You know how much?
I don't know if she wants to, but she says
No,
she
no. This
can wake
I'm
up
not saying
angry and
her per
still
se.
get things
This
done.
is
You
a
know?
general statement. This is a general statement. Why would you want to wake up? You know how much energy you have to consume to be angry? Like you know
Look,
the amount of energy you have to
look,
consume
look,
to be an
look,
angry
I can see
individual.
Mika's face already. Look, look.
Like, it's crazy the amount of I don't think you realize how draining it is to be angry. To be angry, like you know what I'm saying. It's a very draining thing to be angry. Like when I'm telling you, you don't want to do anything after you come down from that high of being angry. You don't want to do anything.
We get that
You
positive vibe. We get that. Yeah,
know,
sometimes. So
it's just like
listen. Here's it's more of a directional thing, right? I get up and the first thing I do is that I'm thankful. Just those things right there,
right,
just
right, right.
that
I get you
right
for that.
there has changed my life 20,000 billion gazillion tenfold. You understand what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Like, because now it's one less thing. You wake up. You don't go into the regret, you don't go into the resentment, right? Now you're open,
Mhm.
right, to take the next step to continue down a path of a consistent gratefulness and humbleness, and then you're rewarded by it by recognizing the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Recognizing what is what and what's real and what's phony or fluffy, right? That's the way we use here. We gotta get rid of the fluffy shit in our life, man. Like Jesus, man. We gotta get
You
rid of
know
the
what's
fluffy.
But I'll give you guys another thing, and this is where I give you guys your I'm proud of you moments, right? One, you guys are here. So that means you guys are trying to be the better version of yourselves. Y'all trying to get the knowledge to be the better version of you, right? So I'm proud of you guys, right? What you guys also need to be proud of is the growth and celebrate your wins, big and small. Celebrate your wins, big and small. I think the problem that we have nowadays is a lot of people don't celebrate their wins big and small. They celebrate the big ones, which is cool. That's nice to celebrate the big ones, but in order to get to the big ones, you have to the small ones had to happen.
Yeah.
Those had to happen.
So I just came in to briefly say good morning.
Morning.
Keep up with the conversation. I'm in a using the bathroom spot, and then I'm getting back on the road. Today I will be with my shaman.
Okay.
Anthony, you know what I'm doing today. So um, I will try to hone in, but I will be in a vehicle, so I don't want to chance it.
Got you. I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
But if we revisit this next week, I can definitely commit to being in.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Yeah, because I have somebody I'd like us to have join us. Her name is Lori Anna. I did some somatic breath work with her last night.
Okay.
Amazing. And she focuses on helping people heal from toxic relationships. So I think she could bring a lot to the panel.
Okay.
And I'd like her to come in and you guys get to meet her. But and she's somebody locally that I know. So her husband and I used to work together. But amazing soul. So got a lot to share with you guys. But I need to use the restroom and then get back on the highway.
All right, not a problem.
So I can get where I'm going. Hi, Adea. Hi, everybody. I love you. Anthony, I'm proud of you doing what you're doing. I heard you at the rainforest.
You see, you get it, right?
Yes, so I already understand where you're at. I think we're kind of in alignment with what we're doing right now. However, uh, little brother, keep doing you, bro. I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everybody for showing up for yourselves. Everybody, let's get the screen tapped and let's get these shares out to at least 50. Get the screen tapped up to 50K. And I will see you guys later. I love you, and I will talk to you in a little bit, but I'll be listening, okay?
Okay.
All right, love.
Love.
So pun intended, she came up here to share that sometimes you have to learn how to let it go. Is that not another component?
Yeah, but I know why you said that.
Of course.
I know why you said that. That's tough.
In a world of puns and wordplay.
Oh Lord. This-
Laughter. Isn't laughter another component when sometimes you gotta laugh shit off? Don't some of the greatest minds say that sometimes we have to learn how to laugh at things?
yeah, laughter is healing, guys. Honestly, you gotta laugh at shit.
So is it laugh at things or laugh with things? Because
I
I
laugh.
feel like when you're
I laugh
laughing at it,
with.
you're kind of mocking it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm laughing. I laugh at and with. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh.
that's the petty, right? That's the little pettiness.
I'm not 100% delivered yet, people. I'm just saying. I'm not 100% delivered yet. I'm not gonna act like I am because I'm not.
He said, somebody, oh man, somebody needs, yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
not 100% delivered yet. So I'm not even gonna act like I am.
Lord, Lord, Lord,
Listen.
Lord.
Um, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, no. So make sure, make sure you guys are celebrating your wins, big and small, man. Honestly, like take yourself out, go sit by the water, do something relaxing, do something fulfilling. when you're celebrating these little wins. It's so important, man. It really is. I know it's amazing to celebrate the big wins, but without the small wins, you'll never have the big ones. You know what I'm saying? So because the little ones, they push you into the big wins. They do. It's just the
We,
truth.
look, that it's time for algebra time. How about this? He just said that you have to celebrate the small ones to get to the big ones. So if you have a lot of illusions, you're going to create a delusion. When you're delusional, you're living that life. When you're an illusion, you're still creating it, right? You still have a chance to stop your bullshit. But when you land in delusion, it's not that easy to get out of. Because we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. We talked about habits, right? Behavioral habits, right? Getting out of habits. Remember we talked about that? How do you get out of habits? You have to recognize them, right? But
Right.
now we're taking it a step further. We actually need to be proactive. Proactive means that you're going to do something before it happens. Now, we're not saying that you're a clairvoyant or what's that lady? Leo, Miss Cleo, Leo, Sleo, whatever.
Write me now for your free reading.
Anyway, yes, we do comedy too. So we're not talking about clairvoyance or people like fortune tellers. We're not even talking about female intuition. We're talking about living in foresight. There's a difference between foresight and hindsight. Hindsight is after the fact, you're behind the ball. You know what I'm saying? Foresight means the word for is the prefix for proactive, right? Before something happens, because you know what's most likely to happen because you have a clear head, right? Right? Your head is clear, right? Because now you can think because your head is clear, right? So you can see things better, right? And you're not putting too much into it because that's what happens. People tend to overthink shit because they have this fight with themselves of not being satisfied. You entitled people, you. How dare you? Take ownership, man, for real. No joking matter. Take ownership one step at a time. It takes more steps. That's what I'm trying to say. It takes a couple of steps before you get to a bigger step, right?
Right.
So believe in the process, man.
You know what's crazy, right? And this happened when we were in Ghost Live, and I don't even think anybody realized that happened. In the chat, somebody wrote in the chat, "I'm tired of you people that think y'all know everything. Y'all
Oh
always
yeah,
trying to
come
help
on.
somebody."
Welcome.
And this is where my petty come kicks in, right? Because I took the life coach hat off. I took the hat off. Who hurt you for you to even leave that comment there?
And
For
it
you to
did it
leave
and,
that
and
there.
it did sound like something did it sound like something recent or something she's been holding for a moment?
Like he was holding on to that. Like he was trying to find the right place to write that. And then you went into the live where there was coaches of monumental experience.
Everybody on that panel has a decent following, right? Right? Everybody and we all have mixed crowds that we all try to blend in together because at the end of the day we all want the same thing, right? We want clarity, right? We want answers to these questions, right? But here's the thing. That person was in the right spot and reacted the exact way that they were supposed to react because at the end of the day, you are who you surround yourself with, man. And if you surround yourself with fluffy and bullshit, then who you think you are?
Yeah, no, that's facts.
I'm just saying, right? Aren't you supposed to level up a little bit and try to get a little better crowd to hang out with because the crowd that you're doing ain't doing it? You have to admit it. Sometimes we have this big fight about what family really means, the difference between family and a relative, right?
Yep. And that's crazy because Mama Ju had texted me about that shit too.
Yeah, you
You
don't
should
listen,
read my
listen.
comment. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, when you first came around, oh my God, when I tell you, I wanted to always tell you to shut the fuck up. Because, like, and of course, this is a reflection of basically how I felt about myself. Because in the beginning, I really didn't love myself like that. Like, I really, like, I'm growing, day to day to love myself. But, like, I couldn't stand you in the beginning. It's like, cree que sabe todo. Oh, he always want to talk people talking about no, no, no. This is what it. I used to be like, oh, bro, I want to punch this man in the face. But I love you now, and that's long and gone. But
It takes a lot of getting used to this, right? But this is helping you deal with change because at the end of the day, I never came back at you.
right,
I don't come back at people because I want you to hear yourself. That's the ultimate motivation and manipulation that I could have someone is to be able to put you in a place, safe place, to just have diarrhea of your emotions so that you could actually hear yourself. Because I said you have to reflect on hearing yourself, not looking at yourself. When I say look in the mirror, I'm not saying with your eyes. I'm talking about your experiences. I'm talking about what you could actually hear in your head that goes on and on and on and on and on. Like an echo chamber.
What's crazy is it wasn't fucking rainbows and roses when me and Hardy Mika first met. God damn it. It wasn't that. And we argued a lot.
But here's the thing, I already knew in advance.